Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Juice back at it again with another poetry podcast. But instead, today reviewing poems, we're going to be reviewing one of the most famous soliloquies, To Be or Not to Be. Today we're going to look at three from three different actors, and we're going to compare and contrast them. The three actors in movies are from Kenneth Barnum, Hamlet the 6/11th movie clip from 2000, and the Hamlet 3/10 movie clip from 1990. So when looking at these three actors in movies, we're going to be looking at what did they interpret by this using this soliloquy, what techniques did they use, and how does this soliloquy relate to the rest of the play. Before we explain how these three actors in movies differ, I will read you the soliloquy. It says, to be or not to be, that is the question, whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by posing in them to die to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a communimation, devouredly to wished to die to sleep perchance to dream. There's a rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this moral coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for whose bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressors wrong the proud man's communitively, and the pangs of despised love. The laws delay the innocence of office and the spruns, that impatient merit of trustworthy takes when he himself might his acquaintance make with a bare bodkin, whose would fardless bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, whose born no travel return puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than flying to another that we know not of. Thus coincidence does not make coward of us all, and thus the naive hue of resolution is slickered or with a pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment with this regard there's currents turned away and are. Now that we've read it, we are going to look at the three and compare and contrast them. So the first one we'll look at is the soliloquy by Kenneth Barnum. He seems very serious, and he sounds like he needs to take action. Some of the actions he uses is he takes a knife and puts it up to his neck to demonstrate that is life really worth it, and he is very confused about life and the conflicts that are going on, and his tone is very sad and revengeful, like he needs to take action. In the Hamlet 6/11th movie clip, and this one, it's supposed to be more funny way representing the soliloquy, but it still represents a conflict in life, and he still feels very confused and unknowing, but the tone is supposed to be a little funnier. In the Hamlet 3/10 movie clip, his voice is like really quiet, but it becomes louder and louder throughout the soliloquy, because he is very confused of life, and he is really disappointed with the life that he has right now, and the conflicts that are going on. In the clip further, he falls against the wall to demonstrate that he's kind of sad about what's going on, and his tone comes off as very disappointed with life. They all have the same conflict and being confused with aspects of life. This later shows in the resolve where they take action, like in the 6/11th he goes to buy a movie, and in Hamlet where he ends up trying to get revenge on his father. Well, that's the end of reviewing our soliloquies. So, we're going to engage in a bit of tomfoolery and with the joke of the day, coming in from the Joe Show 47. He says, what is a penguin's favorite ant? Antarctica. Dude, that was so funny, man. One of the best jokes we had so far. Well, next week, we're going to switch it up, and we're going to review a song. It's called Fortnite Battle Pass by Abdul Siest. This one's going to be a real good one, and I'm pretty excited about it. Well, guys, this is it for me, your boy The Juice, and stay pushing P.
Well, I'm a mud-blooded American, yeah, here. He's freedom loving things with nothing but root beer. I'm not diagnosed with a form of